Hey guys, I'm back with another GoPro tips and tricks video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this, a baseball cap mounted GoPro. It's a really simple, easy way to head mount your GoPro, and it's really way more awesome and cool than using the head strap. It does use pieces from the head strap, so you will need one in order to make this mount, but I gotta say, I think the end results of this are quite a bit different and easier to use, easier to wear, and kind of more practical than using the head strap. So let's see how we make it. To do this, we're going to need a couple different things. We need a baseball hat, of course, to mount it onto. The front of the GoPro head strap mount is actually going to be the mount we use. If you're unsure of how to take apart your GoPro head strap, check it out. There's a video linked in the description where I explain exactly how to get this piece out. Some zap straps, a pair of scissors just to trim the zap straps, a lighter, and a needle. This is what we're actually going to use to poke through the hat. When we get a needle, a piece of metal or a needle like this really hot with a lighter, what happens is it'll burn through the plastic that makes up our baseball, or the fabric that makes up our baseball hat, but it will also burn the edges of the hole we make, leaving a very clean, solid hole that won't fray after we've put it in. And of course, we need a Sharpie or some way to mark where we want our holes in our baseball hat to go to hold this onto it. Now I've done some testing, and as you see, my mount is actually up here on the baseball hat instead of on the brim. I've played around with it a little bit, and what I found is when it goes on the brim, it really kind of weights the front of the hat down, even though it's not. The difference between the camera being there and the camera being right here isn't much. It does seem to make a difference on how it feels in your head, and I do find that the one up here is quite a bit nicer. So we're going to line up our mount onto our baseball hat just like this. So this is where we want it to go. The next step will be to mark those things. Notice I'm lining up with this center seam of the hat there, and then I'm going to basically put it as low to the base of the hat as it possible to go. Get my pen out. If you want to try this for the first time, I would recommend doing it with a hat that you don't love. It's not like your favorite. Just so you, if you screw up, you're not like overly sad. Okay, so take our pen, put a mark there, and then come over to this side, go right there. Sure those two can be seen. So we'll make those 4 holes, but then we also need 4 holes for the zap straps or zip ties or whatever you want, cable ties, whatever you want to call them, back out. My thought is to go in through here and then out over here on the side. So to do this, I'm going to need another hole over there, another hole over here, and then the top one, I think I'm going to go around the top, so I'm going to need another hole over here and another hole over there. So once you've got all your holes marked, it's time to go ahead and actually punch them out. You can use a Bic lighter and a needle like I said, or if you have it handy, a soldering iron can also work really, really well. So what we do is just line up on the hole, poke through it, through. Right where we've marked. Very careful not to get your fingers when you're doing this. And then we have all 8 of our holes done. Now, I find it easiest to pre-thread the zap straps, so I'm going to go ahead and pass one end through there and then back up through the other hole. So this way it's already ready to go. I just have to put them together. So we'll do that with each of these. And then once you've got all our zap straps through, we'll take our mount and thread the zap straps through the mount, and then just put them together We won't tighten them up too tight just yet, but we'll get them all started. And then once they're all through, we can go ahead and crank on each and every one of them. Top one, and two, and then it's on. The last step is to simply cut the tails off of the zap straps, zip ties, cable ties, whatever every different person on earth calls these things, and then slap on your GoPro. My GoPro right now is in the frame, however that is definitely not necessary. The case would work just fine on here too. And there it is. Alright, so now we've finished our baseball hat mounted GoPro. It's time to try it on and see how it looks. There it is. It's not that bad, and I think it's, well, I have to say it's far, far more comfortable than using the head strap mount that this mount is made out of. And it's a lot easier, simpler, and I can actually see kind of using this as a head mount, whereas with the head strap mount, there was no hope of me ever using that as a head mount. So, thank you guys for watching this another GoPro tips and tricks video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure you check out my channel. If you make this mount, make sure you share it with us in the comments below and post a video response. Oh, and one other thing, I'm not showing any sample video of this because the sample video of this is identical to a video shot using a head strap mount. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, well, thanks for watching.